From this week, those teaching preschoolers and primary 1 and 2 pupils can remove their masks during language and literacy lessons. Similar provisions were first offered to children with hearing or speech-related developmental needs in March. Around 400 students and nearly 80 staff from government-funded early intervention centres were involved then. Cherry Look finds out how these children have benefited from having mask-off lessons.
Words don't always come easy to these children.
Okay, we're going to use one sentence, okay? We're going to use listen first, okay? I'm going to say first. Are you ready?
But now they have a visual guide to help them.
I want to put a little or a lot? Which one?
The centre supports children with developmental needs. They're among the selected groups who are allowed to remove their masks to aid language learning.
So previously we would use either picture cards or apps to show how to place their tongue and teeth and so on. But now that we can remove our mask, it's easier for them to understand what they're supposed to do. Yeah, and it makes the therapy process faster, and more efficient.
Among experts, the jury's still out on whether masks have a definitive impact on child development. One study by Frontiers in Psychology found that children between the ages of 3 and 5 have more trouble identifying the emotions of people wearing masks. However, other studies have shown that it's unlikely to have a dramatic impact on the social interaction of children.
Regardless, one pediatric physiotherapist says the easing of mask-wearing requirements when teaching is a step in the right direction.
Because they need all these cues that goes into their brains, from the auditory angle, from the visual channel as well, and then make the connections. So that would be one aspect that mask wearing could affect, a child in terms of the language development. The other piece would be the social emotional development. So when a person is wearing a mask, you are left with, putting together the remaining information and to match to that emotion. So that could certainly compromise young children if they are just learning, about emotions.
The Education Ministry says it has received positive feedback on how the initial phase has supported students' learning needs. That's why they're easing restrictions for primary school teachers too, though pupils still have to keep their masks on for now. MOE adds that appropriate safe management measures will still be in place during lessons.